Yo, Hideyuki here, the Rebelling Rose, the one chained to oblivion, returning yet again with another great video. With Steam Fest happening all throughout this week, there's been a lot of games that have been on my radar, checking out a lot of the demos that have been released. You have stuff like Boost Vector EX, you had Parasite Mutant, and many others. But there was one game in particular that really stood out to me, and that game being Denshattack. Boy, oh boy, now this was a really fun experience, and today I just wanted to go over this game and just talk about the demo, my own experience playing the demo, and just why Denshattack is just an awesome game so far. But yeah, with that out of the way, what is Denshattack in the first place? And you're looking at it and you're like, what the hell? There's trains, there's like an anime aesthetic, they're doing flips and tricks. Like, what is going on with this game? Basically, the best way to describe this game, as the developers themselves have came out and said, it's a hybrid of many other previous skating, train, any kind of games that surround themselves with that type of gameplay. So think of games like Jet Grind Radio, games like, Tony Hawk Pro Skater, Subway Surfers being merged all into one hybrid mix. And with Denshattack, you're basically playing as the Denshattacker. The main character does delivery service, and he's just going around town and what have you, and he meets another person that knows about Denshattack and just introduces him to this whole new experience of underground railroad competitions, right? Doing tricks and what have you all throughout Tokyo. So you get to explore different prefectures of Tokyo in this game, fictionalized, of course. And yeah, just have a blast. So a lot of the basic gameplay is being able to do skateboarding tricks with the actual trains, right? So a lot of those skateboarding tricks, you're using a combination of the right analog stick with some of the other buttons to make those movements happen, to do those tricks. So you're jumping, you're doing the flip, you're doing the trick, you're doing other action movements and what have you. You might do some grinding, right? Balancing and what have you. So a lot of the levels is trying to see how far you can get without making any crashes, how many tricks you can do, to stack up your points, and trying to get your best score possible, clearing the stage. So that's the basic premise. And with the aesthetic being heavily anime based and set in Japan, they also have you exploring different prefectures all throughout Japan, fictionalized, of course. And on top of that, there's also the actual background. So a lot of the backgrounds here are really interesting. The environments also make this game as fun as it is, because without the stages being interactive and interesting, a game like this could easily be, forgotten. It could be easily forgettable. But not here. Denshattack knows how to make their environments really fun and engaging. You have this segment where you're going on a Ferris wheel and still trying to move around and rack up points. You have different areas where you're in a volcano setting, or you might be out by the beach somewhere. There's tons of segments when you're just, in the city, going up top a bunch of buildings and what have you. It's just a lot of zany fun. And, they get very creative with how they do the environments with each stage that you travel through. There is also an additional segment that the demo released, which is the trick part, which allows you to try to do as much as you can with a set time limit. So it's kind of like your free range skate, so to speak. Kind of like how you had in Tony Hawk Pro Skater, where you had the free skating, where you try to rack up your highest score in practice. And the trick park is very similar to that, where you're basically training up and seeing how well you can perform, and it gives you a chance and an opportunity to practice all your tricks. So when you do your main levels, you're all set, you're good to go. So yeah, it's really cool to see how the gameplay functions, and it's very addictive, man. The gameplay here is very smooth. I didn't experience any clunkiness or any issues with the graphics, anything like that while playing the demo, which is really good. Because demos, usually you just want to have something out, and if you need to make any adjustments or minor details, any fixes or what have you. That's your opportunity to get that feedback and change what you need. But the demo already is pretty solid on its own, so very, very satisfied with how it came out. And yeah, I just can't wait for the game to get released. You know, there's a lot of great potential here. Oh, and I forgot to even mention the music as well is very, very good here. Really, really cool aesthetic that they have. Very reminiscent of Persona, Jet Guardian Radio. And yeah, it's just a lot of fun, man. And the anime aesthetic too works very, very well for this game. Visually, this game is very memorable. It just has a nice visual style, and it has the gameplay to back it up. You know, this is not a case of, oh, it's all style and no substance. Like, no, this is, you have the style, but the gameplay is there. The gameplay is engaging, it's challenging, it's fun, and yeah, it's worth checking out. But with that being said, Denshattack definitely left a huge impression on me playing the demo, and I can't wait for it to come out. I can't wait to give my support for the game. And yeah, with that being said, Hideyuki here, and until next time, I'll see you.